Pancho, Panchito, tú eres mi amorcito. Ay, Pancho, Panchito, tú eres mi amorcito. Ay, Pancho, ay, Pancho.
Warning, the following videos aren't intended to hurt and or bully anyone. It's solely my job in salvation to report on what's going on with the YouTube community and give my opinion because my opinion matters. Sorry about that. Weenie Hut Jr. discretion is advised.
Yo, what is going on, guys? It is your boy Francisco back at it again with another banger of a video. If you're new to this channel and you end up subscribing, welcome aboard to the Panchita Familia. Jesus flying Dublin. I had to stay up and do a little bit of overtime yesterday, baby. You know, it's so funny to me that they don't even finish their lives and I already got it. But let's go ahead and get started with this week's Chia of the Week, and it goes to...
I don't like you, Pancho.
Que le arda a todo mundo, aquí estoy. Ya todos valen happy.
Now, if you guys didn't see, yesterday Meche basically gave us a whole response to the whole Tessa situation, and I'm gonna play here kind of like a little summary of the whole thing. If you guys do want to watch her full thing, it is 40 minutes, but this is kind of more like of a summary. But this is what Meche had to say.
Why would I spend time with someone who instigated another girl to hit me? How does that make any sense? How can you be so hypocritical on the internet and show one face to the internet so they can look like the angel and then do this behind the scenes? I obviously know that whenever we were there in AZ and in California, like, it was supposed to be for us to spend time together, and I understand that I did wrong in leaving with my friends, but you guys also need to understand that there's so much tension in this house. There's so many things going on. I know a little too much about the whole situation. Like, it's just natural instinct. Like, obviously I'm not gonna want to be there if all of this is going on. And I was like, y'all are just friends but y'all are sleeping with each other? And she was like, it's not like that. And I was like, are you sure? And she was like, yes. And she was like, so you're not gonna talk to him? And I'm like, no. What the hell? I literally have not mentioned him coming into my bed at all, trying, like, I didn't, because I seen that they were together and that they were, like, you know, getting to know each other. So I was like, by the way, this was the first time we spoke. We spoke once when I was live, and she told me, she was like, I have to tell you something about, and I was like, okay.
Muffet. I feel like I just want to tell you, not like not having waiting if I tell you the name.
That was the only thing. That's literally the only time me and her ever, like, even talked throughout that whole Arizona trip after that first night happened. Whenever Angel arrives, she literally goes straight up to him, and then we come back to where the place where we were sitting, and she goes and sits on his lap. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, girl, you literally just told me that you and him were nothing like that. So in my head, I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna get through these 3 days and I'm gonna just go back home. You know, like, I'm just gonna go back home and everything's gonna be over. She goes and says that, oh, they were never official, baby girl. He was there cheating on me with the blonde girl. But okay, whatever, that's not the point. I really don't want to talk about it because he is probably the biggest clout chaser I've ever freaking met. This man, you know how she mentions, oh, whenever you have clout, you will do anything for it. Yeah, that's your man, baby girl. That's literally what your man does. I did encourage her to go and follow her feeling, but I didn't anticipate that she would take my response against me. If anything, it was kind of more of like a loyalty test to see where she really stood. Whenever those viral videos of her and my whatever went out, the first thing that she did was call me, and basically she calls me crying, saying that I need to go on live and clear her name up for her. Like, I guess defend her in a way, but she was like, clear my name up, right? I told her, Tessa, I'm literally at a party right now. So first of all, she didn't even ask how I felt. She didn't even ask me nothing. Just calls me and straight up starts demanding for me to go clear her name up for her. I was like, I'll do it tomorrow. And she was like, okay. It's like, bro, you lied. You didn't even care. You don't care about me. You don't care that this is happening to me, that I'm getting all this hate, blah, 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 right? And I was like, first of all, you haven't even seen my Instagram story, right? Because I had already told you that I was going to do a live the next day. But I had already posted on my story, which, here's a story, posterity. The only thing she cared about was her reputation, what I was going to say to defend her, other than not even asking me nothing. And now let me tell you guys, I did not know, because she goes, oh, she knew. I did not know about these videos, sweetheart. I'm not in your close friends and you know it. She goes, you lied, bro. I saw your reaction. You literally said Pancho was your friend. He got you with all the chisme and you're okay with all this happening to me. And I was like, what? You haven't even seen my story. She goes, no, I haven't. I'm on TikTok. And I go, that's why, right? And then she watched my story, but she doesn't say nothing about the story. So she goes, like, this being said, a story isn't gonna fix. So she's basically telling me that my story wasn't gonna fix anything just because on that video that you just watched, I say, I don't know what to say, leave it alone. So I respond to her and I'm like, bro, are you seeing that correctly? Like, you're gonna come at me for this? Like, are we both watching the same video? I was in shock. Like, there's just no right words as to, like, reacting. Like, what is there that I could possibly say, you know? Knowing the internet, how, like, people like to twist words around. So I was just like, okay, I gotta, like, process this first before even saying anything. Whenever she started coming at me for saying that my story wasn't gonna fix anything, I was like, all right, I'm gonna delete it. I already felt so belittled because when she was asking me to help her with her reputation, she literally had zero empathy. Post something about it, which, first of all, I didn't have to do that. I didn't have to embarrass myself like that on my Instagram. Instead, to, like, make things faster and have the hate to be stopped. That's why I posted that, because I do not condone hateful comments. I do not condone them at all. If anything, you guys know how much hate I've gotten ever since I started. I've literally gotten so many hate comments. So seeing that she was going through the same thing because of a situation that included me, I did not condone it at all, and I really wanted it to be stopped. We're gonna go into the most controversial part of the video, which is gonna be my age, my real age, and why I did it. So yes, Tess is right. I am 16. I must clarify that nobody knows. Well, now everybody knows, but I'm talking about like as in before. Now, you guys are probably wondering, how were you able to graduate? So when I started high school, I started taking extra classes. So I would go to school from 8:30 to 4, and then I would get home, eat, and right at 5, I would start night classes from 5 to 9. So that's literally how my whole high school experience went, and I was able to graduate 2 years early. I was a 15-year-old senior for half of the year, and then I turned 16 and I graduated. I was born in 2006. I'm about to be 17 in a few months. You guys are probably wondering, like, why didn't you ever say anything? Like, okay, maybe I get it for the lives, but like outside of lives, why didn't you say it? I shared this with Tessa. Tessa knows my story. As you guys know, I am not going to college as of right now. I was hoping that I would get a scholarship, but that didn't happen. And I know I'm always saying like, oh, I don't want to go to college. I don't want to go to college. I don't want to go to college. But I actually do. It's just something that I cannot pay right now. So me doing social media, I've gotten so many opportunities that I know for a fact that I wouldn't have been able to have, that wouldn't have been given to me because of my age. It hurts that Tessa knowing all of this, that I've gone through so much. Like, there's so many things that has happened to me that I've gone through, and I open myself up to her. I tell her about why I lie and why I say I was 18. One day she just gets exposed up for doing stuff with whoever, and then all of a sudden she wants to bring me down, knowing that that could potentially ruin some stuff that I am working on and some opportunities that I know for a fact are going to be taken away from me because of my age. But it's okay, you know, everything happens for a reason. Whenever a door closes, another one opens. I'm truly disappointed that she did that. But it turns out that Tessa has been plotting this. Before we went to AZ, before this whole thing happened, I'm not sure when she did this, but she took a picture of my passport. Yesterday, after she exposed my age, she sent me a picture of my passport. So she's been planning this because she already had something in mind so that if anything went down, she was going to use that against me. What type of friend does that? How are you going to just sit there and be like, oh yeah, I'm going to have this just in case something happens? Because my age is really the only thing that she knew that she could actually harm me with.
Zabang! So she basically cleared up the whole thing about her age. She confirmed that she's 16. But my thing is, why did Tessa take a pic of the passport? Oh, so that's like some mujeres asesina kind of type of action right there. You feel me? And if you guys didn't see after that, basically Mr. Lalogonebrazy took actions into his own hands, went after the sister, and I said, my.
Everybody hide your passports. Yeah, you have anything to say or no?
Name just one.
Well, somebody said you gotta act your age, bro. Oh my God. What has this industry become?
And I wouldn't take that.
Me neither, personally. But this is giving me secondhand embarrassment for some reason.
For what reason?
I don't know, bro. You should tell yourself that.
You're the one asking me.
You're the one acting like it.
Acting like what?
Ask her about her boyfriend. Hey, what's up with your boyfriend, Josie?
You want to date him? Why you keep asking about him?
That's the first time asking. Don't put words in my mouth.
But you're reading comments.
Why are you getting mad when I bring him up?
No one's getting mad. I'm gonna copy you, actually.
What's up with the attitude then?
No one's getting mad.
What's up with the attitude then?
What? You've been pressing me since I've been here.
Girls nowadays just go for guys for looks, but they don't care how they really are. Me, I'm a man. I don't know what's up with none of that. Now we're not hearing the British accent no more, right? Yeah, it went away.
You want it? You want to hear my voice?
You want? You want what? No.
And why bring it up?
So what's up with your boyfriend, bro? I ask you a question.
Why do you need to know?
I want to know everything.
You gonna date him?
Do they call him Chris Brown or no?
You should not be talking.
You're making it seem like you got something to say about me.
No.
If you do, get it off your chest. With other people, you're gonna play. When you come directly face me, you ain't gonna play with me. And I'm not trying to press you. I'm telling you fact.
Period.
Ask her if her boyfriend.
I met Josie in person. I met her at Pico. Hi, Josie.
Yeah.
I met her. She's pretty. She's prettier in person.
Nah, I'm playing.
No, it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing.
Everybody, hide your passports. Hold on, let me actually put mine away.
Bro, Lalo, shut up.
Crazy how we know more things about you than you.
Lalo really think he's just Judy.
Keep flipping that pen like me if you love me. Yeah, you better stop.
Shut the fuck up.
Hey, W Lalo, right? But what you guys think about that? W Lalo or what? Right? Of course, huh? W Lalo. Come on, bro.
And that's exactly what Josie needed to hear. She came in trying to have some little bit of hee hee ha ha, but Lalito gave her the hee hee ha ha, right? He gave it to her and he said, Ida, I'm not the one to cinema, finema, inema, rinema play with. And Josie knew right then and there when Lalo said that, it was over. You know it's serious when you can see Lalo's eyes. When you can see his eyes, it's serious because he don't open them things at all. His eyes are basically closed all the time because he's always sipping. But the times that he does open up them eyes, está listo. Tota bravo, se Lalote. But aside from that, make sure to comment down below. What do you guys think of this whole situation with the whole Tessa, with the whole Mecha, with the whole Lalito? And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Mr. Lalogonebrazy said it himself. But aside from that, please make sure to take a second and subscribe to this channel. It means a lot to me.
Everybody go subscribe to his channel.
But the more subscribers we get on this channel, the more
the tea is good right now.
On this. Follow my social medias, and I really do appreciate you guys coming in hot this week with Cheesemate, and supposedly Josie's gonna respond as well, so I might come with an update tomorrow. See ya.